who know they crack. Another thing about crackheads get up early as hell. What is it about crackheads? They get up early. I mean, crackheads be up 6 o'clock they ain't go to bed till 6 o'clock in the morning. When do y'all sleep? I swear to y'all, crackheads are up for the first morning when the people are getting up going to work, and you go in the corner store and people are crackheads in the store. Like, when do y'all sleep? They never sleep. They up. Run back to the right. Boom! I hear the guns through the trees, hitting the leaf. And them things is going past me, whizzing. I'm like, whoa! And I'm going this way. Them niggas is. So two of them is running, and they both shooting at me. And I'm running left, I'm running right, and it's just like, shoot, hit a tree, boom, hit a leaf. I'm like. This is 25 to Life with Uncle Yahshua.
Rolling down 109 in a truck. On my ride up to the light, that's what's up. Look to my right and it's a ride rolling up. It's Lucci telling me tonight we in the club. He got the 24 road Escalade. He got the Lamborghini doors like they blades. His hammers ring cause that's how he was raised. His palace mob and tonight we get
Listen, I'm from the ghetto, the slums, the rats, the roaches, the bums, the metal that stuns, the addicts, the cracks, the crumbs, the level where funds gets tragic and lavish is none. With rebels, they runs and rabbits like savages' sons. With did him and bigger and swiftly he shined the mug. That city a pity with 50 took 9 of them slugs. This is 25 to Life with Uncle Yahshua. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Uncle Yahshua 25 to Life Tales. I got a new story for y'all guys. Sorry I took so long, but I'm trying to do the best I can. All right, we're going to jump right in. All right, another story, same season of the Vic. Y'all know what it is, Nightmare on Elm Street. So I'm coming to my block, right? Y'all know I break down the bike, right? I come, get on the bike, I go to my block. So now, a little preface, a little context, because I'm the context king. I got to start labeling that. Uncle Yahshua, 25 to Life Tales, the context king. All right, context is key of all things. All right, this is the context. As I told y'all before, I usually keep my street dark. I usually shoot out all the street lights so that my street is dark every time, because I like to hustle in the dark. You know, it's so eerie and spooky and creepy. You get to move in the silence, in the dark, in the shadows. Facts. I love the shadows. So, and that will also have the cops too scared to ride through. So when I keep my street so dark and it's always some rat gunfire all the time, cops were scared to come through. They used to be shook. So we could just make our money all night and make it even more leery for the stick-up kids to come through. You know what I mean? I keep it nice and dark. I'm in all black. My whole team in all black. All our bikes are black. Lay the bikes down. We in the woods. It's like, boy, you gonna get lit up. You come up there. People be scared coming up the street. They be like, yo, raw. They be staying further down. Yo, raw. And we'd be like, go get him, Mike, or go get him, Poop. Somebody go get him and bring him up. Had people shook, scared. If you weren't coming, if you weren't used to coming, you want to know what it is, you stop coming. You ain't coming up there. So I would keep it pitch black all the time. So bang, I ride up. Before I even get to my street, I'm riding up. I could just see on the corner of Sister Brown House and Mighty K House corner, I could see the street light. That meant the Long Island Lighting Company, what they call Lilco, then came and fixed the street lights. So I would shoot them out. It would take them about 2-3 weeks before they come fix it. So it'd be pitch black. And I'll shoot them out again when they come. So I'm like, I ride up, I'm like, crap. It looked like Broadway on my street. It's all lit up. I'm like, oh, hell no. These niggas then came and fixed the light. Pardon my language. Disclaimer, part of my language, everybody from my ministry, everybody who watch Uncle Yahshua, y'all know my ministry, Uncle Yahshua, Mashiach Assembly Ministries. Part of my language, I have to keep this authentic. The Most High allow me to keep this thing in context. I got to keep it authentic the way I spoke so that this story is real, because all these stories are factual, actual, real stories. We're not glorifying, we're just telling the stories of the life that I lived, that I got out of, that the Most High brought me out of. So I'm just telling my life stories. All right, here we go. So I pull up, I'm like, these fools they lit my block up like Broadway now, lit up. I ride up to the corner. As soon as I get to the corner, I could see down Elm Street. It's lit. Street light, street light, street light, street light. It looked like a regular street. I'm like, so I don't know, one of my soldiers, lieutenant, somebody came up to me like, yo, the street lit up, dog. What you gonna do? They know me. I'm like, I'm about to night the street lights. Fact, night street lights. It's going down, right? But I remember, Mike, my lieutenant, Mike moms had already told Mike, if we don't stop all the gunshots, she gonna call the police. I remember Mike told me that from the day before. He's like, yo, we got to kind of silence the gunshots, because after I ran the stick-up kids away and all the shootouts that I had with the stick-up kids, as the story I just told, if you haven't watched the story of Big Kev Sully, I was so crazy. I was just shooting out all the time. Like I would just shoot just to shoot. I swear, I would get on the bike and set everybody up and ride down the bike. And I was just riding, just busting the gun. Like I'm in the wild, wild west. I was just busting them guns so much. I was crazy. So Mike moms, and it'd be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. This is a neighborhood. Like these people trying to sleep. Am I crazy? But out there busting guns in front of their house all night, like they can't hear it, right? So Mike moms told him, if they keep hearing these gunshots at night, she gonna call the cops. I remember that. I did remember. So I get on the bike. I ride up. I see my whole street is lit up. So I go. I think I hit whoever was right there off. Then I go to my spot. So my spot where we lay down the bike, if y'all remember the story when all the stick-up kids came, when we was laying down in the grass and I told them don't move and they was right by us and they could have wet me, that's my spot where everybody was at. So we laid the bikes down in the hood. But the spot is almost in front of Mike's mom's house. It's a little away from Mike's mom's house. But the funny thing is there's a street light right there, and it's in front of Mike's mom's house. Okay. So I go to the spot, I hit everybody off, I get all set up. This X-Man is with me at this point. So I'm like, everybody set up. I'm like, yo, X, we about to go ride to the store. So we're gonna ride to the store on what street is that? That's not South Franklin. Peninsula Boulevard. We're going to ride to the store on Peninsula by the old McDonald's. The old McDonald's, though, it was a deli store. It's probably still there now. But there used to be a Pep Boys there or something. So we're going to ride to that store and get the blunt. Because I remember, I always got to smoke so that I can get leery, meaning I can be on point. Because if I don't smoke weed, I'm fearless. I'm foolish. I just don't care. I'm crazy, literally. But I smoke that weed, I could smell a pin drop, not hear it. I could smell a pin drop. Facts. I'm on everything that move and breathe. I'm like, I'm on point. But I have to smoke first. If I don't smoke first, I'm crazy. I don't care about nothing. I am fearing nothing. I'm doing stupid stuff, just buck wild, stupid stuff, right? So I'm telling X-Man's the one me and him had to shoot out, the one I bought from Queens and all black. I'm telling X-Man, yo, we about to go ride to get the blunt. So he like, all right. So he getting his bike together and everything. So I'm up on my bike and I'm thinking I should go get the blunt. Note to self, old Rashawn, you should have went and got the blunt. But as X-Man's getting ready, I keep looking at the street light and it's bothering me because my block is lit up. I love it pitch black because they can see you. Like in the pitch black, they can see us. We got on all black. I love incognito. I love stealth. I like to move in silence. That was just my MO. So I'm looking and I'm like, these lights, man. I look at the other one. I'm like, these lights gotta go. These lights gotta go. So I get on my bike. I'm like, the first one is down by South Franklin. So I ride down to that one. It's across from the Watts house, from AB and Flex and them and Wally B, my little man Wally B. I got a song with Wally B. Y'all gonna hear Wally B on my album.
money related. I put my life on the line, got back my 9. While y'all sipping fine wines, I'm on the block trying to get it. No 2 for 5, straight cheese, I gotta get it to survive. I see your nuggets get lied to, what your nuggets die. I see my mom's cry for me telling lies. I try to quit it, but addicted to the street where you living. I'm taking up forgiving. One day I'll be forgiven, living day by day. Always doing dirt, watch my back from jakes and snakes. Then I regulate, always separate the fake cats from the real one. Got gas that'll kill some, other ones that steal some. In this crazy world, got to do what you got to. Cook the best product, lock your whole block up, block up.
Ain't nobody thought you better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody thought you better. Makes me happy, makes me feel this way.
SC style, sunk in my leather upholstery. Roll mostly with thugs and drop threes. I'm Bugsy Moran. My thing is to expand. You could catch me foreign land, Iceland or Greenland with Susio in the Tahoe with groupies. Yo, gotta get this money then blow off my Hondo.
Me, Mighty K, and Wally B, we got some songs together. It's across the street from Wally B house, and with Clenzo and Del Ray. You see, shout out Del Ray, shout out Ray, Del and Clenzo. All right, so it's a light on their corner. I used to hustle in Clenzo and Del Ray in them backyard too for a minute, and that's that story where that I'm gonna tell a story where somebody got killed right there. It's kind of a sad story. So I ride up to that light. So I get in the street. Now, just so you know, if you haven't trained shooting guns at a gun range, your aim ain't that good. Just for those who don't know, that's how you know I've shot a gun before. A lot of people talk all that crap. Well, nowadays people are shooting, but back in the days, a lot of people were scared to pull that trigger. Nowadays, people more crazy. People pulling the trigger. But I wasn't scared to pull that trigger. So I just want you to know, if you don't train to shoot that gun, it's going to be hard to hit something. So I was standing in the street, and I got like this up to the street light, and I, boom, and nothing. 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 I'm like, so I have to sit there and pay real close attention, hold the gun really tightly, pull, you're supposed to squeeze. You're not supposed to pull. You're supposed to squeeze on the trigger. So I hold my arm real tight, firmly, so it doesn't jerk. Aim, and just squeeze, softly squeeze. Like fireworks. I liked it. I liked it. I was crazy. It would just explode. And when it would hit the light and the spark from the gun that would hit the light would have this like firework effect. And then the glass would go, you know, it would be so loud from the gun going boom, and then it hitting that glass, it like a little kid. I was standing like a little kid, and then the glass would rain down on you like confetti. Stupid, right? Uncle's crazy. I was crazy back then. For real, I was crazy at this time. I was loving it. Like, that was so dope. It's so dope. So I ride down to the next one. Now, the next one is by Mike's mom's house. I ride down to the next one. I'm like, all right, take my time. I take my time. I grab it, grab my arm, hold it tightly, put the gun up, aim, take my time slowly. Take my hand, squeeze. Fireworks! 4th of July in the house. I was loving it. It was so fun, guys. I don't know. I was crazy. It was so fun. It was so loud, and then so much spark, like the fire, the light, and then all the glass would fall down. Stupid glass, right? Glass would come down in the country too. It's glass, and I'm like, it's like raining. It's raining glass. Yo, I loved it. So I hit it, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm loving it. And X is looking like, man, hurry up and shoot the rest of them. Come on, dude, you crazy. I'm like, I'm a basket in it. Like, but the glass is raining glass. It's raining glass. So I'm like looking. So I finish. So I go to grab the bike. So I go to put my gun in my so I always wear my cowhide. I had a couple of them black ones with the slap button. So I put the gun and snap it in the cowhide. And then I go to reach for the bike. And when I go to reach for the bike, I hear, I look up, and it's this 9,000 miles an hour headed straight for me. I'm in the street. I'm like, oh, shit. So I drop the bike down, and then I try to run across the street. And I run across the street. And as I run across the street, I look and I hear, and I look and it's one coming from the other way. I'm like, oh, they're coming. So the one that was flying up the street, by the time I run, drop the bike and run across the street, he's there. So he parked the car and he jumped out. They both jump out. They say, freeze, motherfucker. And I'm like, so they caught me like at the sidewalk. Like in my back. So they said, freeze, turn around, keep your hands up. So I'm like, shit. So I turn around and he like this, freeze, motherfucker, I'll shoot you. And then the other one come up. They said, we got his ass. And they get out. And he's like, don't move. So he's like, go get him. So the other one come around her car. And I'm thinking, this. Y'all gonna have to pay for this. Y'all gonna have to get this shit in blood, my G. I'm like, fuck y'all. I turn around and take off. That nigga said, boom. I'm like, so I started running. So I'm running into the grass, into the woods. So behind the houses, there's woods. And I got some stories about those woods. Those woods is no joke. It's raccoons, it's wild dogs, it's some crap in those woods. You do not want to be in those woods, right? And it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, when you run through the woods, you got to run through the woods. It's a whole block of woods. Then if you come out the other side, you're on Maple where Brick Step store, the corner where the stick-up kids came and caught me at the phone booth. That story, that's Maple. So then if you run across, so you come out the woods from Elm, you come out the woods, you're on Maple, a street like this. Then if you run out the woods on Maple and go across the street, it's more houses, you go through their backyard, put you on Hastings. Hastings is a street, and there's a church there. Now, Hastings is where Michelle lived. Crackhead Michelle. Crackhead Michelle is my girl. Crackhead Michelle runs all of the crackhead prostitutes at night. She's the queen of the prostitutes, like the madam of the crackhead prostitutes. So Crackhead Michelle is the one that I would go to Michelle's house and hit Michelle off. I would always hit Michelle off. So I would hit everybody. I would hit Mike and Pooch and them off. I would hit Sconey and them off. I would hit whoever else, Leon and them, whoever else is going to be out for that night. I would hit everybody off. And then what I would do is I would get on a bike and I would ride to Michelle's house. That's the first thing I would always do is ride to Michelle's house. I missed a part of the story. So I'm going to go back. But let me finish telling you about Michelle. So I would always hit Michelle off and let Michelle know I'm here, because Shelly Shell is no joke. Shelly Shell that's my girl. Shelly Shell is a crackhead, right? they smoke crack, they crackheads, right? But Shelly Shell is like, she bout it. So everybody and all the fiends in my hood, they always go to jail. So I'm from Hempstead, Strong Island, New York, Nassau County. We go to jail. We the bidders, right? So we go to jail all the time, more than anybody, more than Suffolk County, more than Queens, more than New York City, penal system, Rikers Island, all that. Nassau County, Nazi County jail. We go to jail for a long time. I tell you that. You go to jail for a pencil, you get 10, 15, 30 years for a pencil. That's just how they do us. They treat us dirty. But we always going to jail. So Shelly Shell, it's like thorough. Everybody's thorough. So Shelly Shell is about that jail life. She runs Bedford Hills. The Bedford is the when women go to prison in New York State, they go to Bedford. That's when Lil' Kim went to and all that. When they go to jail, what's another name? The other girl too, Papoose wifey name. I forgot her name, Remy Ma. You know what I mean? So they go to Bedford. That's where Martha Stewart went to Bedford too. Remember Martha Stewart? Y'all remember Martha Stewart went to jail? Martha Stewart's gay. They said Martha Stewart to jail. That's funny. So anyway, so their women go to Bedford. So Shelly Shell, I'm getting hot. So Shelly Shell is gangster. Shelly Shell is one of them jail legends who go running jails and women's prisons up in Bedford. And Shelly Shell is no joke, right? So Shelly Shell, she get big too. So I would hit Shelly Shell. So Shelly Shell is the type of fiend. So this is how my street was. So Shelly Shell is the type of fiend. Let's say I get started at 12 a.m. Let's say about 1, 2 in the morning, after I done hit everybody off and they done made their first round of money and they done went got high. And then, it's probably Shelly Shell's the type, we'll be out on my block, right? We out on Elm Street. We out there, we smoking weed or whatever. Everybody running, making sales, people coming. All of a sudden you'll hear somebody come up the street like, let me do my song. She might come up the street, roll it down 109 in a truck. Roll it down 109 in a truck. And she be coming down the middle of the street with headphones on, singing a song.
Rolling down 109 in a truck. Rolling down 109 in a truck. On my ride up to the light, that's what's up.
And she be coming down the middle of the street with headphones on, singing a song. You know what I mean? Let's say Michael Jackson, want to be started something, got to be started something. You want to see the type of come down the street singing any song, like, loud, with her headphones in the middle of the street. You want to be started something? Yeah. Here comes Shell. Like you get in Shell, and she starts all the way down. She just come down the street singing loud and just, he's having a party by herself. So she'll get to like, rah, rah, where you at, rah, rah? Where you at, rah, rah? Shelly Shell, I'm over here. And she come through, rah, rah. I got this money, rah, rah. I got these hoes. They up in the Courtesy Hotel, or they up in this hotel. I got the room, I got the whole suite set up. So I need you to do this. I got that. I said, you gonna blast me off, then I'm coming back. So when I come back, rah, and you gonna hit me up. Shelly Shell's gangster. Gangster, that's my girl. I love Shelly Shell. Gangster, get that money. She be like, yo, rah. She get her high itch. She be like, yo, rah. It's good, boy. You got that bells night. You got that bells ding down. Which is there? Ding down. Which is there? I'm like, Shell, crazy. I'm like, Shell, you coming back? I'm coming back. I got all them hoes on Courtesy. I got them all there. I'll be back with $1,000. I'll be back at $1,000. You gonna blast me off? I got you, Shelly Shell. That's my girl. All right. Now, let me rewind. I forgot this part. I pull up. I hit everybody off. I forgot. I always got to go see Shelly Shell first. We go see Shelly Shell first. Forgot this part. We go see Shelly Shell first. Go see Shelly Shell first. I go to Shelly Shell house. She already started because I don't get there till 12 a.m. So crackheads, they get high all day. They wake up in the morning. Who know? Another thing about crackheads get up early as hell. What is it about crackheads? They get up early. Crackheads be up 6 o'clock they ain't go to bed till 6 o'clock in the morning. When do y'all sleep? I swear to y'all, crackheads are up for the first morning when the people are getting up going to work, and you go in the corner store and people are crackheads in the store. Like, when do y'all sleep? They never sleep. They up. I'm like, so they up early in the morning. So they get started. I don't know if they stop. That's what they must never stop till they crash and they get right back up. Maybe crack maybe don't let you sleep for an hour or something. I don't know what it is, but crackheads don't sleep. So Shelly Shell already been going. So I remember this night I get there and I go to open the door because Shelly Shell she usually always have the doors open and I could just walk in. Now Shelly Shell lives in her mama house and her mama and them got a nice house, right? But I guess her mama know that's what she do. And I don't know, my hood is so ratchet. Parkside, my hood is right. Hempstead is a ratchet ass place. It really is the bottom of the barrel ratchet. Facts. So, your people will know you're a crackhead and they just used to it. Like you got people, moms of crackheads. It's just our normal. Like literally, your daughter, somebody's a crackhead or a heroin addict, and you just used to it. It's just real life. It's just our normal, right? So Shelly Shell mom and these people, moms stuff be like church people and like working people with good houses. They got a good house. They don't live in the project. Shell live on Hastings. Everybody on Hastings got houses, right? So, and then behind Hastings is the Grove Street projects. Now, it was new apartments that they build, nice new apartments, but you build something in Hempstead, it's going to turn to the ghetto immediately. So they built nice new apartments. 5 years after that is nice new projects. You know what I mean? So the new apartments, that's when my boy Czar. Remember the story of Czar? Me and Czar, when we was in the Bronx and the police and going through the toll booth? That's Czar. So Czar lived in Grove Street apartments. That was his project. So Czar ran that whole hood over there, that project. So that was Czar hood. So Shelly Shell house, in the back of her house, and so if you go through her backyard, there's a fence. And that fence, if you jump that fence, it leads to the Grove Street projects, Czar's projects. So now I go to Shelly Shell house. I go to open the door and the door is locked. So I'm like, what the hell? So I knock on the door and I'm like, waiting, nobody coming. I knock on the door. I'm like, Shell. Now it's late. Then these streets are quiet, right? And I'm like, crap, Shell got me yelling on Hastings. I'm like, Shell. And then finally I hear, is that a rah-rah? Rolling down 109 in a drug. She starts singing immediately. She starts singing something. Say any song, name a song. Shell's crazy. She always got headphones and she always got music. Never not did she ever not got music. She starts singing a song because she's happy. I'm here. Finally, rah-rah here. So I'm like, Shell, come on, girl. Hurry up. So she come down, rah, you here? Yo, rah. I got 10 of them upstairs. They got money. One of them got like 1,000. He got his bank card. He got his wife's bank card. She's like, we spending his whole bank account tonight. So it's probably got about 5,000. So I got about 5 G's coming tonight. I'm getting it all. I'm like, Shell, she's like, so it's all set up. They all set up in the room. They all smoking. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, here. I hit her off. I'm like, whatever you let me know, whatever you need, let me know. I'm like, I'm gonna run to the store, get my blunt, and then I'm headed back to the block. So whenever you let me know, whenever you're ready, come back, right? So she's like, all right. So I'm like, so I walk off the step and then I stop and I turn around. I'm like, Shell. So I said, leave the door open. She said, oh, I'm sorry, Rob. She said, it's just the fiend, the one with a lot of money, when he get high, he get leery, he get paranoid. So he keeps stressing me to lock the door. So she said, I'll make sure the door is open. I'm like, good, make sure the door is open. She said, all right, I got you. So I go, we get on a bike, we go to the store. We go to the store, now I remember correctly. We go to the store, we get the blunts. We ride back up. We ride back up to my spot. We get to my spot. We lay the black dyke down. X-Man is rolling the blunt. Now I remember. X-Man is rolling the blunt. I'm looking. The lights are pissing me off. I'm like, I'm about to shoot these shits out. X-Man like, man, leave them lights alone. Come on, let's smoke the blunt. I'm like, man, fuck that. Party, I got to say the way, fuck that. I'm about to blast these lights out. Nah, that's the context. So I get on a bike, I blast the first one. I get on a bike, I blast the second one. The cops. All right, now we caught up. So I'm going to clip this so it be continuous. So the cop. So them niggas telling me to freeze, right? So I'm looking at them. I'm like, fuck this. Now, guys, I have the 380 gun in this pocket. I have the 9mm gun in this pocket that I was using to shoot out the lights. And on the inside, I have, I don't want to tell it. Well, I have an inside stash spot. The reason why I want to tell it, because I don't know if people are still hustling and they might have that. And I don't want to give people's tricks away and the police be, oh, I heard about this on 25 Tales, the bit of files. So I had an inside stash spot on my body that I had a big bag of drugs, like a big bag of capsules, all crack and capsules, like this big, right? A big Ziploc, and I had it stashed inside. So as I'm like this, I'm thinking, I got 1 gun, 2 gun, and all these drugs. I'm screwed, dude. Like, y'all might as well shoot me. Y'all might as well kill me, because I'm going to do life in jail, and to me, that's death. Because I'm one of them animals that like to be free. You know, I relate that because there are some animals in the animal kingdom that will gnaw their arm off if you encage them in a cage to get out. You got other ones that will scratch to get out until they scratch themselves to death. Until they will kill some of them, their heart, they'll keep trying to get out until they have a heart attack. They have to fight for freedom. I'm one of those animals. I know that in my genetics. I don't like to be encaged. It drives me crazy. In jail, some people are fine with it. They happy. They wake up happy, partying, and they wake up and I'm looking like I'm dying. I look bad. I don't know if y'all seen if I told the story on here when I was getting the 25 to life sentence in the Supreme Court, I looked horrible. I looked bad. My face is all broke out, my locks. I look like a killer. I'm like, because I don't look good in jail. I look stressed because I am not happy. I look bad. I do not. I look like a straight maniac killer. And my face breaks out and stuff. So I'm not one of those animals that do good in jail. Everybody else is happy. They be all happy and enjoying themselves. I be stressed out. So my hands is up and I'm like, nah. This is a life bid. Like, no way. So I'm like, F that. I just turn around. Boom, and I take off. So when I take off, boom, I hear the first shot. Freeze! So I'm like, oh shit, this nigga trying to shoot me. So now I know to run zigzag. So I run zigzag this way, that way, boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, they taking off, they running behind me. So I hear, when I get to the grass, as I hear shots. So it's 2 from this car, it's 2 from this car. I hear shots, and then I hear someone on the thing saying, we got the suspect, he's shooting at us. We got gunfire, shooting at a cop. And I remember this nigga lying. Immediately in my head, because I'm really sharp, not too sharp, but I'm hustling, but I'm really sharp, right? In my head, I calculated all of this in the moment. He's setting up for them to kill me. He reported on it. So when they pull up, they're recording in their car. They're recording from the thing that they talk, whatever they're recording on. So they got the gunshot. So when they told me to freeze, you hear boom. And so I hear him say, then I hear another boom, and I'm running. I hear him say, we got the suspect, gunshots, shooting at a cop, something like that. And I'm like, this nigga lying. And as I'm running, I said, they're going to try to kill me. I knew it. They're going to try to kill me. So I'm running in zigzag, boom, and I hear him, boom. Oh, he's shot, motherfucker. You dead. And I run, boom. And as I'm running, I run to the right, and I hear the boom. The bullet go, hit the tree, boom. And I see the bark fly off the tree, and I run back to the right, boom. I hear the gun through the trees, hitting the leaf. And them things is going past me, whizzing. I'm like, whoa. And I'm going this way. Them niggas is, so 2 of them is running, and they both shooting at me. And I'm running left, I'm running right, and it's just like, shoot, hit a tree, boom, hit a leaf. I'm like, shit. And I'm just running, right? So now get into the woods. Now, once I get into the woods, to the first part, they don't know. I'm used to these woods. Let me save this. Let me save it because I don't want to say it. I'm ruin it. So I'm running. I already know because I go through these woods. So I know when I get to this part, I hit to the left a little bit, right? So I hit to the left and I shot through because it's a tree, right? And I know some. And so all of a sudden I get through. So I'm running. I get to the other side. I'm taking off. I'm trying to get to Maple Street to come out to get to the cement. Right, so I can run up or something. So I get, and I can see Maple Street through the woods. I can see I'm almost there. All of a sudden I hear, oh, this nigga run and hits a fence. He don't know it's a fence in there. I know it's a fence. The reason why I jumped to the left, because it's a little fence. It's a cutoff fence. It must have been an old fence that used to continue for someone's backyard when they used to have houses there. So now it's just a little piece of a fence. And if you don't, it's pitch black. If you don't know it's there, this nigga ran right into the fence. You hear him, boom, ah! I knew exactly what it was. So inside, I'm laughing a little bit. I knew exactly what it was. He's like, oh, I'm hurt. Calm down, calm down. We're gonna kill this nigga. Get him. So I knew, I said, this fool hit the fence. So I knew that slowed him down. So I'm running, right? So now I get to the, I'm fast. I'm fast already naturally. I'm fast, right? So I'm running. I get to the sidewalk. I can see it. I can see the light. So I'm like, yes. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit the sidewalk. Then I'm gonna run up Maple, and then I'm gonna probably. This is what I was gonna do. See, I'm smart. I was like, I'm gonna hit the sidewalk. I'm gonna run up Maple to the left, right? Going towards the store, the brick step where they shot me at, try to kill me at the phone booth. I'm gonna run up Maple. I'm gonna go down 2 houses, and then I'm gonna double back and go through their backyard and go back in the woods towards the cop. It's smart. I'm telling you, I'm smart. I know what I'm doing, right? I'm smart. So I'm like, and I'm a double, because they're not going to be expecting. They're going to expect me to go this way or straight. They're not going to expect me to go back towards them where they came from. I know what I'm about to do. So I run in. I see the cement. I see the thing, and I'm like, yes, I'm almost free. Now I want to point something else out. When I first hit the woods, when they running, they shooting at me, my first instinct was to get rid of everything that's on me. I know somebody, the old hustlers, anybody who watching this, who know this life, I know you're thinking, dude, get the stuff off you. I'm in the woods. My first thought was run sideways. It's really dark and deep in there, but it's really scary in there. There's some real dangerous stuff in there. And 9 times out of 10, they ain't going to go that way because I don't know, it's bad up in there. You don't want to go that way. Everybody know you don't want to go that way in the woods. But my first instinct was to go that way, then find a stash spot. Because, see, I was a fool. Rashawn was a fool. I didn't want to lose my guns, and I didn't want to lose the drugs. Instead of me thinking about losing my doggone life, idiot juice, I don't want to lose my gun and drugs. I could buy more guns and drugs, fool. Now, I'm thinking, now I'm doing all this while I'm running, guys, and they're shooting at me, and I'm zigzagging. And I'm like, and I should have went with my first instinct. My first instinct was to run, go that way, find a spot, stash, take the gun out, stash it. Take the drugs, stash it, stash the guns here, go up, stash them separately. So if they somehow search and they find the guns, they might not find one gun. They might only find this. They might not find it. Like, stash it. You can come back and find it in the daytime. You know what I mean? But no. Stupid Rashawn, like, getting away from these niggas. I ain't losing nothing. I'm getting away from these niggas. I'm too fast. I'm too smart. Facts. I'm too fast and too smart. They ain't smart as me. So I ain't do it. So I'm running. I see the street. I see the curb. I'm like, I got their ass. Told you I'm too smart and I'm too fast, right? I told you. I'm running. I get to the street. As soon as I get to the sidewalk, I hit the sidewalk and I hear, woo! I look, a cop car. Woo! I look, a cop car. Woo! I'm like, oh, shit. They got more. I'm like, oh, shit. So I can't do my plan. I can't run up the street and run back. They coming. All of a sudden, I hear, I'm like, helicopters. These niggas got the brigade. I'm like, they coming for me. They was coming. I'm like, helicopters. I'm like, oh, shit, it's on. I'm like, it is on. So I have to take off. I'm like standing there, here they come. I look up, helicopters. I'm like, I just take off, running straight. So I run straight across. They stop, freeze. They jump out. I run across, and I run across the street, and I run into this backyard. Now, I'm running into this backyard. Now, I get past this backyard. I get into this backyard. They jump out. I hear a gunshot. Boom. And I'm like, I'm like, I don't care. I'm just running. I'm running. All of a sudden, this nigga, one of them is like on me. Like, because when he stopped and he jumped out the car, by the time he got there, I was still running. So, okay, so I got to run across this street right here, and then I got to run up. His car is coming. So his car stops here. So by the time he get out the car, I'm like right there to go into the yard. So he got out, he was right on me. Now, this is the difference. They are fresh. What I mean by fresh, I had already been running. I done ran from this other street, through these woods, through everything. I get to this next street. This is a whole new set of cops. They ain't ran nowhere. They fresh. I'm winded. So now I'm like, shit, I'm half tired. And I'm like, this is a brand new cop about to chase me now. He fresh. And I'm like, fuck. So I start running. I could feel this on my heels. Like, because he fresh. And he right there running. Right when I got to the sidewalk, he right out the car, right on me. And I hear, boom. So I think it's the other one who got out, who shot the shot. Because this nigga right here ain't shooting at me. He's on me. So I just hear, boom. And I'm like, I don't care. So I'm running. And I just remember, like, I'm tired. But this nigga is closing in. So I have to dig down. I have to dig down to get that extra. You know, Unc got that extra. You know, I was Rashawn then, but Unc got that extra. So I'm like, I got to dig down. So I dig down inside and I just start digging into the ground. Track star Jesse Owens. What's that other dude that I'd say an old track star because I just did a lesson on Jesse Owens. Y'all like, who the hell is Jesse Owens? He's one of the fastest track stars ever. I just did a lesson on him on my ministry. That's why he's fresh in my brain. But whatever the fastest track star is now, I was digged into that nigga. Next you know, I'm digging in like playing football. I used to play football and I'm digging into the ground and I'm like, and I could feel I could feel him losing. Like I'm leaving him, right? And I could feel this nigga breathing on my neck. He's a black dude. I could feel this nigga breathing on my neck. So I digged in and I'm getting ground. And I can hear the nigga. He like the other nigga behind him, like, catch him. He's like, I can't catch him. He run like a fucking rabbit. He run like a fucking horse. And I took off, right? And then it's a fence. So now when we get to the back of this yard, it's a fence, and when you get past that fence, it's the church. It's the church. So now what y'all don't know is I'm trying to get ahead of them and get ground on them. I'm trying to get a ground on them so that I can get to Michelle's house. I'm running to Michelle's house. I'm trying to get enough space in between them so that once I get onto Hastings, I can go into Michelle's house and then hide out, and they don't know what house. They think I still ran through the yards. So they don't know I'm going into somebody's house. So I'm trying to get to Michelle's house. So I'm trying to get enough distance where I can get into Michelle's house and they won't see me. Because when I come out of there, I could cut to the left, run to Michelle's house and close the door and then go up. And then I could hide the drugs, whatever, and watch them from the window, right? While they search for me and run all through and search and bring the helicopter and search and everything, right? So I and just so you know, the helicopter is further back. So the helicopter, I heard that when the helicopter's up, it can't find me. It's not low because I'm running through the woods. It can't find me, and I'm in all black. And every time I come through, it loses me. So it's over there. So it won't even see me if I go in the shell house. So I smell this nigga, like I could feel this nigga on my neck, right? So I dig down. So as I dig down, I'm gaining leverage. I can feel him. And the other nigga said, catch him. He's like, I can't catch him. He run like a rabbit. He run like a fucking horse, right? So I run, and I know it's this fence, right? So I swear to y'all, when you in this moment, your adrenaline, you know how they say your adrenaline, you can lift the car, your adrenaline, you can do anything. I'm running. I swear. Now, the fence was too high. I know y'all about to think that maybe I jumped the fence. It was too high. I didn't jump the fence. I swear I ran. I hit the fence. When I hit the fence, all in one motion, I hit it. Boom. It was like a Olympics game type of thing. I hit the fence and pulled myself up in a motion. Like I hit it, boom, and just flipped my legs over the other side. I flipped my body over. I hit it, boom, pull myself up and just flipped. So the motion of me running so fast and hitting and pulling up, and my legs just went over. It was just like a fluid motion, and I just flipped over and landed on my feet and took off. I ain't never did no Superman stuff like that. I don't know gymnastics. I never did nothing like that. It was so pretty. It was so pretty, dude. You can hear the cop like, ooh. I'm like, that nigga, and he got stuck. I heard that nigga say, ooh. And it was like, well, he gone. It was like, he gone. I was gone. I hit that fence in one motion, flipped over, and kept going. And the cement on the other side, because it's a parking lot to the church, the back of the church. So I hit it and hit the ground, man, I'm in the cement. And I looked back, and it was like, he was looking at the fence. He gone. I took off. I said, I got him. So now I'm like, I'm straight. So I'm going to run out. And when I run out the parking lot, I run a little to the left, and Michelle's house is right there. So I'm like, I got him. I'm winded. I am tired. So I'm running. I'm like, just a little more. I'm running. I'm like, I'm straight. I got him. So I'm running. I get to the end of the church. So I'm coming through the church. So the church is a sidewalk. Like when you drive, let's say if you drive into the church, you drive down, you go into their back to park in the back. They got a back parking lot. So when the people come into that church, they park in the back, and I guess walk in through the back door, walk around the side and go into the front. So it's like a driveway. So I'm running through that driveway, but I'm like winded and I'm tired, right? So I'm running through the driveway, and I'm like, I'm free. I get to the freaking end of the driveway, and I hear, woo! I'm like, no, dude. They got more cops. Them niggas just like, woo! I am so tired. I look at them. I look at Michelle's door. I'm done. I can't go to Michelle's door because they're going to see me. They're going to see right where I come, and they're going to all converge on the house, and they're going to search the house, and what I'm going to do? Eat the gun? I might try to get rid of the drugs, but there's too many. You can't flush that big of crack capsules down the door. It ain't like it was loose coke. You could just pour it in water. I'm like, there's no way I'm just going to stuff her toilet. I try to flush all that in her toilet. So I'm like, I'm screwed. I'm done. So, and I'm tired. So I'm like, they like, woo. I'm like, and then I hear the helicopter. I'm like, the helicopter gonna see me. They gonna see where I go. I don't know what to do. So fuck it. I try my luck at Michelle's house. I run across the street. They're like, woo. I run across the street. I get to Michelle's door. I grab the door. It's locked. No! I told her, don't lock the door. She never locked the door. It's locked. Because I was just going to try to stash the shell, take the drugs, do something, try to stuff it down the thing, take these, do something. I don't know what we're going to do something. It's locked. So now I'm standing at Shell's door. I'm banging on the door. It's locked. I look, they right here. Shit. I take off her steps and turn her and run around the back of her house. Now I got to run more. Now, back of Shelly's shell house, she got a fence, but that fence like 20 foot tall. That fence is huge. And on the other side of her fence is Czar's projects, Grove Street projects, the new apartments, Grove Street joints. So I come off, when I come off, she got 3 little steps that lead to her door. I come off the 3 little steps, so I got to come up the steps and then go to the left and go in the backyard. When I come up the steps, these cops are right there. Like, they literally getting out the car. We can almost touch each other. I come up the steps, they right there, get his ass. And I turn the corner and I run. And I'm tired, and they right on me, right? I turn and I run, and I'm looking at the fence, and I'm like, damn, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't got enough distance. And I'm running, I could see the fence. So I run and I try to jump. So I jump so I can get as much height and grab and then try to scale the fence so I could get over. Because it's really high. It's almost a 20-foot fence. So I run, them niggas is on my heels. And them niggas like, we're gonna kill your ass. We're gonna kill your ass. So I run and I jump, grab the fence, and I start to take one step to pull, and the nigga grabbed my leg. And I'm like trying to kick him, and then the other one come and he grabbed. And I'm trying to kick, and they snatched me down. When they snatched me down, I fell, boom, and the nigga jumped on me. So the nigga's trying to hit me, boom. So I cover up, and he tried to hit me. So one tried to hit me, so I grab him. So I'm like, I try to hit him, so he's trying to hit me. And so I'm trying to not to let him hit me because he's trying to hit me all in my face. And he got something in his hand. I don't know if he got like his flashlight or walkie-talkie, or something, but it's something in his hand. I can see it, and it's heavy. And I'm like, I know if he hit me, it's going to do some damage. So I'm trying like not to let him hit me. I'm trying to guard him. I'm trying to hit him. I'm trying not to let him hit me. And so the other one, so it's 2 of them. So then one more came. So it's and if I remember correctly, all 3 of them were black. I don't remember one of them being white back here. They were black. And so then the other one came. When the other one came, he was like, grab his arm. So the other one came, he grabbed my arm. So the other one was on my body. And so he hit me, boom, hit me in my face. And he hit me again in my mouth, boom, with my mouth busted and blood came up. I'm like, damn, this nigga. So he hit me again, bang, he hit me on the side of my eye. And I could feel like, I see a little bit of the stars a little bit, and I could feel, and he hit me with something. I could feel some extra weight in his hand. So he's hitting me with something. And so when they said bang, I could feel a little bit of stars on the side of, like, you could see a little bit of stars. That's the thing. When they say you see stars, you can see them a little bit. And then I could feel the blood, like I could feel the heat from the blood. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, these niggas about to do me dirty, right? So like, bang. So when he hit me with that one, I went to the side. When I went to the side, the one that was on my chest, he took his arm, his forearm and his elbow, and he put it across my jugular. And he put his arm with his weight down like this across my jugular because I'm on my back. And this one's holding my arm and the other one stretched my arm out. And so when he hit me and I turned like this, he put his arm on my jugular and he started pressing down. And he was crushing my windpipe. And as he's pressing, he's like, we're going to kill his ass. You're going to die, motherfucker. You're going to die, motherfucker. And he's pushing down and I'm looking at him. And it was surreal. I'll never forget this. I'm looking at him and he was black. And I just kept remembering, like, thinking, why do you want to kill me? That was the thing I couldn't understand. I was like, why do you want to kill me? I get it. Cops and robbers. I never shot at them. I didn't shoot one gun at them. I didn't shoot nothing at them. I was just running. I was just trying to run away and get free. But why are you trying to kill me? So he's like, you're going to die. And just the look in his eyes, it was like so much hate. And I didn't understand, why do you hate me so much? And he was crushing and crushing. And he was like, die, motherfucker, die, die, die. And I just remember I'm looking at him and I couldn't breathe. And it was hurting, but it wasn't the pain. It was I was dying and I could feel it. And I remember just like, stop, but I couldn't talk. I couldn't say anything because he was crushing my windpipe with his forearm. And they're not little, they're big. And his weight, his full body weight, and he was sitting on my chest. So that's stopping your breathing. When they're sitting on your chest, these are maneuvers for them to kill you. When they sit on their chest and they choke you, you can't really breathe from the weight on your chest. So he was crushing down and he was like, die, motherfucker, die, die. And I'm like, and then I remember I'm looking up at him and I was like, I couldn't talk. So I was saying it in my head. I was like, if you don't stop, I'm going to die. I was like, please stop. Please stop. And he wouldn't stop. And I was like, stop, dude. I'm going to die. And I'm looking at him and he's like, die, motherfucker, die. And I'm like, you're going to kill me. And he just kept doing it. And I started to leave. I started to like pass out. And I just remember looking at him. And I just was thinking like, why? So the only thing that I was thinking was like, why? Why do you want to kill me so bad? Why do you want to kill me? Your job is to arrest me. Why do you want to kill me? And he just kept going. And I just remember like just going with it. I just remember I just went limp. And I was just like, okay, just go. Like, just go. Go away. Like, go. Die. Like, leave your body. And I could just hear, but I couldn't see anything. I lost my vision because it got blurry and he just kept pushing. And I could just hear him saying, die, motherfucker. Die, motherfucker. And I just started to drift off. And then all of a sudden, I hear, get off him! And it's like, grr. And he let his foot, I felt it's like grr, a rush of air. And I had, get off him, motherfucker! Help! 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 They were like, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Fuck you! Help! Get off him, motherfucker! She was hitting them and it was Shell. Shell saved my fucking life. Facts. She was like, get off him. She was just screaming. It was like, get off him, get off him. It's like, quiet. It's like, get off him. She's like, no, motherfucker. Get off. She was punching him and hitting him, and he let off me. And he got off my chest, and I'm like, and I'm like, and I start choking and spitting up blood and choking. I'm like, and it was just like life. And they just like, stop, shut up. And it's like, get him off the ground. And they picked me up. And I just remember, I still see him blurry. And I just seen Shell. And I couldn't talk. I didn't talk for weeks. They crushed my like windpipe. They crushed it. I couldn't talk for weeks. I remember looking at her and I was just like, I love you. Like, that's my girl. Shell saved my life. So then they stood me up and I couldn't even walk, like, cause I was at death. And so they were like dragging me and she was like, what y'all do to him? Well, y'all, fuck y'all. She was hitting them. They said, we're gonna lock you up. She said, fuck y'all. She was like, fuck y'all, I'll kill you, motherfucker. She was like, I was just like, Shelly Shell. I was just watching her. And they dragging my legs. They dragging me out the backyard. And they dragged me to the cop car, opened the door. And they just threw me in and closed the door. And then I could see her at the car, banging on the car. I'm coming down there, bro. I'm coming down there. Those motherfuckers, fuck you, banging on the car. And they're like, get in the car. And they peeled off. And she's chasing the car. And all the people came out the houses. All the people came out. Because she woke everybody in that neighborhood up. It's like 3, 4 in the morning. Facts. So they drive me. They get me down to the precinct. By the time they get me down there, I got more of my bearings. I can like stand. So they take me out. They're like, you lucky motherfucker. You a lucky motherfucker. You lucky that bitch saved your life. You lucky. And I still like, why do you want to kill me though? You know? So then they pulled me into the precinct, this Hempstead precinct. It was on Jackson Street, on what's the name? By the old bus terminal. I don't know if it's still there now. And so they pulled me into the precinct. When they get me to the precinct, they take me to the front desk. And then everybody like, this is him? They're like, so this is the notorious one in the black suit on the bike? They're like, we got him. We finally got him. So they're like, yeah, we heard about this motherfucker. So the dude was like, you going to jail for the rest of your life. So I'm like, fuck is he talking about? Pardon my language. This is the way I talked. So I'm like, F is he talking about? I'm like, yeah, I got a lot of drugs and the guns, but this nigga was like, you going to wait for the rest of your life, motherfucker. You going down. So I'm like, fuck is he talking about? So they take me, so they start taking me through. And as they taking me through, cops are sitting there, they looking up and people are walking up. That's him. And they looking at me with this look. And I'm like, why the fuck are everybody looking at me like I'm Charles Manson? You know what I mean? I'm like, why are they looking at me like this? Like, I don't get, it's over the top. Like, I don't, so they looking other, let me see him. Oh, that's him? You lucky I ain't get my hands on you, motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck is what's going on? So they take me in, they take me downstairs. So they take me downstairs, they take me into a room. So it's a room and it got 2 desks and then it got a bench and the bench got a pipe across it. So they slam me, right? Because they take me down, they slam me onto the bench like they being mean. Now these are 2 black cops that got me. So they take me, they slam me onto the bench. So they take my hands and they give me your fucking hand. They grab my arm and they take off the handcuffs right from behind. They take off the handcuffs from behind, right? And they grab give me your fucking hand. And they take it off and they take me and they take my arm and there's handcuffs attached to this pole. So on the bench, is handcuffs already attached to the pole. So they take my arm, give me a fucking hand, they take my arm and take it and they put it on the handcuffs and clamp it down so tight that it's cutting into my wrist where it starts bleeding. But it's already bleeding from the first handcuffs because they put it on so tight that they like to break your wrist. So tight that it's cutting through your thing and it'll cut your skin and blood. So I already got blood dripping, so they do it again. So when they take the handcuffs off, it's already hurt. So when they put that on, the pain is so excruciating that they clamp, and they know what they're doing. So they clamp it on the fresh bloody wound and clamp it down and I like, so I'm like, so I sit there and it's bleeding and I'm sitting there and I'm like, and so then the other one come in and they take their stuff off and I guess it's his desk and his desk or something. So they come in, they sit down. So they're like, yeah, you going to jail for the rest of your life, motherfucker. So I'm like, whatever, man. I don't know what's going on. So then all of a sudden, I'm sitting there for a while. So another cop come down. They're like, this him? Yeah. He's like, so you gonna handle it? He's like, nah, I got this shit. He said, what you gonna write him up? He said, I'll make sure he'll never come home. I'm gonna make sure he never come home. So I'm like, what the fuck? So the other one, so the cop go back upstairs. So all of a sudden, the detective Puma, anybody from back in the days, Hempstead, Strong Island, know Puma. I got some stories about Puma. You know, every hood that you are in, you have those cops that are super cops, the ones that are dirty cops, the ones that sell drugs, the ones that shoot people, the ones that take off their badge and fight you. I mean, the gangster ones, the white boys. Puma was a white boy, he about 6'5", fast, they work out. Puma give you a one-on-one if you want a one-on-one. But Puma is no joke. Puma dirty. They selling drugs and all type of. They got the prostitutes out there. But Puma famous. So Puma know everybody who ringing bells. So he know me, but he know me as my name. He know me from my cars. He know me from my Grade 500 Benz. He know me from my Fendi Audis. He know me from my Beamers. He know me from my 98s. But in this capacity, he don't remember me because I got on all black and I'm not in my car. So Puma came downstairs. So I remember when Puma came out, look, I'm like, fuck Puma. And he's like, who's this motherfucker? Let me see who he is. Cause Puma know everybody. Puma like Hempstead was his hood, Puma and Hackett. So Puma like Hempstead, he one of them cops, like the Training Day movie. Like Denzel, it's like that. Like, this is my hood, that type of thing, right? So Puma come down and say, who the fuck is this doing all this noise in my hood? So he come down and he look, like, and I'm thinking Puma gonna know me, because Puma arrested me a couple of times in my Benzes. He let me go a couple of times. One time in my big Benz, he thought it was Big H Benz. Shout out to H. H is dead. Shout out to the legend Big H. I got a story coming about Big H too. So H had a silver Benz too, a bit 500 back in the days. And I had a silver 5, and mine was charcoal. H's was silver back in the days. So he pulled me over. He thought it was H. And he's like, this you from Parkside. What's your name again? I'm like, right, the God. You the God, right? I'm like, yeah, Puma. He's like, man, I thought this fucking Big H. I was about to hassle his ass. He said, you got one of these too? This shit fly. This Puma. He said, oh, this is a European one. I said, yeah, Puma, this is 6.9. He said, got a 6.9 liter engine? Yeah. I said, all the gauges is in German too. He said, boy, you motherfuckers with y'all money. I said, Puma, man, I'm just chilling. He said, man, go ahead. I ain't fucking with you. I thought you was H. I was going to fuck with H. Puma let me go. Fat. And I had drugs on me too. He ain't searched me a name. So I'm just keeping it 100. So I thought Puma would remember me. So when he came down, he looking at me, but I got, he like, I don't know him. And I looked at him. He said, I don't know this one. He said, well, good bus. So he looked at me. He said, why the fuck would you shoot at a cop? And I said, but I couldn't talk. Remember? So I'm like, so that's really the first time I tried to talk. So I realized I couldn't talk. So I wanted to say, what the fuck? So I'm like, And he like, why the fuck would you shoot at a cop? You stupid. They about to send you to jail for the rest of your life. And I'm like, dead. He like, you stupid, man. I don't know about y'all. And he turned around and went upstairs. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I looked at the cop, the black dude over there, and I looked at him like, what the fuck are y'all doing? So I was like, yo. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, you know. And he like, so what, motherfucker? You going down. He said, I'm writing this up right now. He said, I got another tip for you. When we got out the car, it was recorded. So what's on the recording that's going to go over to the county courtroom when you go to jail? They're going to play the recording, and the recording is going to say, freeze. And then you're going to hear, boom. And then you're going to hear my partner say, we shooting at a cop. We got the suspect shooting at a cop. So we got you, motherfucker. And I'm like, oh. I said, that ain't right. You're like, fuck you. At that moment, my life was over. I'm like, I'm done, dude. I'm done, guys. I'm done. It wasn't right, though, because I didn't do nothing. I was never really a bad dude. I would never do nothing to harm anybody. You know, I know selling drugs is harmful, but I didn't know no better. I was just trying to pay my bills. I didn't like it because it's genocide, and that's why I would always stop. But I wasn't a negative, bad dude, so I couldn't understand why this would happen to me. So so he's writing it. The other cop is over there. So then other cops start coming down, blue and white with the uniforms on, detectives. Everybody's coming down to see what this guy, like the bad guy, the cop killer, you know, the one who shoots at cops. You know what I mean? And I'm like, so that's why they all wanted to see, because they want to kill me. You know? I'm like, so now I'm looking at them. So I'm like a spectacle. It's like a stage. They keep coming down. I'm like, they all looking. They come and I got my head down. Like, put your fucking head up. Hey, motherfucker, you lucky I ain't get my hands on you. I would have killed your ass in that backyard. I guess he told him they tried to kill me in the backyard. Like, I lucky I ain't get your white ones coming out. You know, they mad. They drooling at the mouth. You know, because mostly white cops. For Hempstead, I hired a lot of black cops because there was a lot of racism. The white cops were real dirty. So they would shoot us and stuff. They would arrest you and shoot you or take you somewhere and beat you to death and all that. They was real dirty. So they hired a bunch of black cops to try to even it out. But the black cops were selling us out. You know what I mean? So those white cops was drooling. Them niggas real racist, right? So them niggas like, yeah, you lucky it was me. I would have killed your ass back there and that bitch. That's what they said. I would have killed you and that bitch. I guess they telling, you know, they upstairs telling the story. Like that crackhead Michelle saved them. So they keep coming up and down, right? So then they come down. So then they clear off this desk, right? They make room on the desk. So they take all of my drugs. So they take my guns because they got my dumb butt didn't get rid of nothing. Understand, when I was running through those yards, I had plenty of time to throw the gun, throw this one, take the drugs, throw it, and keep running. At least they got to try to find it. You know, get dogs. I ain't got rid of nothing. Both guns in my pocket and the drugs is right still on me. So when they got me from Michelle's backyard, before they put me in the car, they searched everything. So they searched me now, and that's when they got happy. We got his ass. They found the first gun. We got a gun. Got his ass. I'm looking like that ain't all y'all got. They went to the other. This nigga got another gun. They're like, oh, you a wild, you a shooter. And they start searching me. Y'all ain't got no drugs, nothing on them? Yes, we do. They pulled it up. Big bag of drugs. Oh, you are done. Life, no parole. So they take me now. Now, they're on the table. They come down. They take the drugs. I swear to y'all. They take this big bag of drugs. It's bad enough they take the drugs. So they take the drugs, they put it on the table. Boom. They take my gun, they put it on the table. Boom. They take the .380, they put it on the table. Boom. I'm looking at it. It looks bad. It looks bad sitting on the table. This is what these fools do. They take the drugs. So first they clear off the whole table. They take the drugs. They empty it all out. They take each crack vial and line it up in rows. This row, that row, this row, that. It looked like $9 million worth of drugs after they finished setting the display. They set it up to make it look like I'm Pablo Escobar or something. They got all it. I'm looking at this shit like, now y'all know that ain't right. It looked like 10 times the amount of the drugs because they displayed it. Now listen clearly. They put all these crack vials lined all up, right? Nice and neat in the big, filling up the whole damn table, right? They take the gun, take the clip out, unload the bullets. The 9 had maybe, because it's 16, I think it's 16 and one in the chamber, so 17. So the 9 got probably 10 left from me trying to shoot at this, because I would fill my clip up every night. So me trying to shoot at however many shots I shot, it's only empty those 4 or 5 shots. So it got like 10 bullets, 10 left in the clip. So they take the clip out. The .380 still got a full clip. The .380 only take, I think it's an 8-shot clip or a 6-shot clip, one of the two. I think it's an 8 though. So it got 8 in there. So they take the clip out of the 9, then they take each bullet out. They take the .380, take the clip out, they take each bullet out. They sit the gun down, they sit the clip down, and then they line all the bullets up in a row. And then they take this gun, put it on this side of the drugs. So you got a gun on this side of the drugs, a gun on this side of the drugs, the clips, 2 clips, and then bullets lined with all these drugs in the middle. And then they proceed to start taking pictures. I looked at that shit. I said, nigga, you go. I was right along with them. Nigga, you go to jail for the rest of your life. I swear, I was like, nigga, you done. That looked crazy. It looked so crazy. It looked like I was the biggest drug dealer in the damn world. I said, this looks horrible. When a judge gets this picture, when you stand in front of him, when he looks at this, he's going to be like, 55 to life, with no parole. This nigga is a kingpin. This nigga is, and they talking about I was shooting at cops and they got 2 guns with the bullets. With this one is already spent shells, hot fire. Because remember, guys, listen clearly, I was just shooting at the street lights. So I got gunpowder residue on me and my clothes and the spent shells, and the gun is still hot. You know what I mean? You done, my dude. Forensic you're done. Now, they do that. I'm slumped with my arm is numb. It's bleeding, everything. I'm just slumped. I'm looking at it and I'm just shaking my head like, I'm done, right? I'm like, you're done for me, dude. Now, so they do all that. Other cops come out, they're like, ooh, y'all got a big one. They giving each other high fives and all type of stuff. These niggas is happy. So I'm like, I am screwed. Now I'm thinking about my kids. I'm thinking about my baby mom. I'm like, damn, I'm not about to come home. Pam ain't gonna know where I'm at. I'm like, I effed up. I effed up big time. Pam gonna lose her mind when she find out I'm getting life. Like, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to prison. I'm about to do life for the rest of my life. Like, I'm like, she's gonna be so hurt. You know, like, and my kids are little. I live in Queens. I don't know when they're gonna find out I'm here. Wow. My whole life was flashing before me. My life is over. Dead man walking. Anybody who's faced this, you know what I'm talking about. Dead man walking. I'm looking at them give each other high fives. My life is over. They all take all the pictures. Everybody down there, they did a little picture show. They show me the picture. You turn around and say, you see this? This is going to seal your fate. You're done. They go upstairs. They all go upstairs. I'm down there for a while. My life is flashing through. I'm preparing mentally to spend the rest of my life in jail. So I'm like, first thing I'm gonna have to do is start doing push-ups when I get into the cell, because I haven't been working out. I've been busting my gun. And I'm naturally not big. I'm naturally skinny. So I'm like, first thing I gotta do is work out, because I know it's gonna go down. It ain't like I'm 6'7", 300 pounds when niggas gonna be scared. Now my name rings bells, but you got rival hoods in Nassau County. You got Roosevelt there, Freeport there, Long Beach there, Westbury there, Hempstead there. You know, you got rival hoods. And then you got the city, Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, but they don't ring no bells. Rikers Island niggas ring nothing in Nassau County. Them niggas is food. Sorry, just keeping it facts. Just like we be food when we go to Rikers Island. But you got to establish yourself, because we ain't from the Bronx or Brooklyn, whatever. If you ain't from there and you ain't got a hood there, you're going to be food unless you establish yourself the right way. Same thing in the county, Nazi County. You're going to be food unless you get with the right people. You ain't from Hempstead, Roosevelt, Freeport, Westbury, Long Beach, and you ain't established, you're going to be food. Facts. It's just our jail. We'll talk how it is. So I'm established, but I know, and a funny thing, perfect example, you know what they did? They put me on Roosevelt tier. They ain't put me in Hempstead House. They put me in Roosevelt House. And I got that story. I think I told a little bit of that story with L. The one when I said freedom. Listen, when I said Aaron, his uncle was walking down the tier and his dick was swinging. You know what I say? He walking down the tier naked and the dick. That's that time. That's when I went in there. That's when I seen him, because he was on Roosevelt tier. And niggas wanted to jump me. All right. So I'm telling another story about that another time. So anyway, so everybody goes upstairs, right? So they all leave. I'm down there for a while by myself. So my life is, I'm contemplating everything. I'm thinking what I got to do. I got to try to make a phone call. I got to try to tell Pam, like, I'm preparing, like, okay, I got money here. I got money there. She could do this. I'm trying to prepare for her so my kids could take whatever money I get so she can be straight you know, this card here, this card, or like I'm, you know, or I'm trying to get my whole life in order to get her so she'll be straight because I'm gone for the rest of my life. So all of a sudden, this cop comes downstairs, the black cop, the one on this side. So he comes downstairs. So he sits down at his desk. So he starts typing on the computer because they're doing the paperwork. So as he's typing, I'm looking at him. And I remember, for some reason in my spirit, what we call a ruach, I remember I just didn't feel like a demon energy from him. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him and he's typing. And I said, yo. And he looked up. He looked away. I said, yo, man. He said, what? I said, listen, man. I didn't shoot at no cop. You know I didn't. He said, man, shut up. I said, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life. But you know, I didn't shoot at no cop. I would have never shot at y'all, man. I was just trying to run to get free. I said, I got a life. I got 2 babies. And they'll never see me again. They don't have no family, dude. All they got is me. I'd take the weight for anything I did, but I never shot at no cop. If you allow them to do this to me, then you're sending an innocent man to jail for the rest of his life. And my kids lose their father. And everything I do is just so that they don't have to grow up the way I did. So they can go to school and get a job and maybe become a cop or something one day. But I didn't shoot at no cop, man. You know I didn't. I just sat down. And he just kept typing. And I just kept thinking, preparing my life for what I'm going to do to leave Pam straight. So it was about 15 minutes. And then he finished and he pulled it out the typewriter, pulled the paper up, and he got up and he started to turn and walk upstairs. And he took a step and he turned around. He said, hey, because my head was down. I looked up. He said, don't worry. You're going to be all right. I'm not going to let them do that to you. Facts. And he turned around and went upstairs. Wow, that's making me emotional. So he goes upstairs. Then they up there and I hear arguing and yelling. Then I hear boom, boom, boom. And arguing. Fuck that. Fuck, and yelling and arguing and boom, banging. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I hear do, coming down the stairs. And then that black cop, it was the one who tried to kill me. The one who was writing it and took the pictures and doing all that. He was writing the report. And he came down, he had a paper in his hand. And he said, fuck you. And he took the paper and threw it. Fuck you and fuck this paper. And then the other white cops came down. It was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this nigga? Who is he? Why the fuck you saving this nigga? Who is he? What's so special about him? And he was talking up the steps, and then the other cop came down and he said, he didn't shoot at us. We shot at him. And he looked, he said, just relax. You'll be all right. And the dude who tried to kill me said, man, fuck this shit. And then walked upstairs. And then the other white cop came look, so you're a lucky nigga. And he walked upstairs. So that cop looked at me. He said, just relax. I'm going to stay down here with you. He said, I got some more paperwork. I got to rewrite all this bullshit they wrote about you. And he went. He said, we're going to be here for a while because I got to write it all myself. And as he's typing, other cops are coming downstairs looking. Why this nigga? Why this nigga? And they just would go back upstairs. And he said, just relax. So I said, yo, my man. I said, could I ask you just one thing? I'm sorry, I don't want to bother you. I said, look, there was blood all over. He said, damn. He jumped up and got his thing. And he took it off. That shit was, you could see the white meat. It was so digged into my wrist. He took that shit, it like lifted out of my wrist. I was like, fuck. He said, just. And he said, give me the other hand. Gave him this hand. And he took this hand and just put the handcuffs on regular. And then he went up and called somebody to come down. And they did peroxide and bandaged me up. He said, you're going to be a while, but I got you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to also escort them. I'm going to be the one that's going to escort you to the county jail. I said, thank you. And that was it. And he escorted me. And they was pissed. And he said, when the escort team went to take me over, he said, I'm going. I was like, you can't go. He said, tell Captain I'm going. He said, if you don't want this report out in the public, tell him I'm going. And they went up, came back. They said, you can go. He literally risked his job and his life for me. That was the Most High. I didn't even know God, what y'all call God. I know his name is Yah. That's his name. I didn't know my Abba Yah. Abba is father in Hebrew. Yeah, I'm a Hebrew. We Hebrews. And not that crazy Israelite crap, these crazy wicked people. Nah, the people of the book. I'm a child of the Most High. So the Father, which y'all call God, the Most High, was looking out for his son. Because I guess he knew that I'm putting my son through all this stuff. But by 20 years later, my son is going to do my will. And he's going to awaken my children. And he's going to bring them home to me. And he's going to be loyal to me because I'm going to save his life. And he's going to dedicate his life to me. He's going to forsake all this money, all this power, all this fame, everything to serve me. That's what the Most High God, Yah, did for me. But I didn't know it then. I wouldn't know this for 20 years later. I didn't know I was chosen by him. But he used that man to save my life. I don't know that cop to this day. I've never seen him again. If he ever hears this story, and if that's him, I would love to know who he was. Because he saved my life too. Shelly Shell saved my life. Yah, which I call God, used Shelly Shell to save my life. And he used that cop to save my life. And they took me over to the court. And they processed me over. And once they handed me over to Nassau County Police, to the Nassau County Court, I'm free from the Hempstead Police. He said, go do what you got to do to get home to your children. I gave you a chance. Facts. That is a true story. When I continue stories to tell you what happened during that bid. The next parts of that story, you'll know I'm in jail now. It's going down. So some of the jail stories is coming from that bid. But that was one of the stories where those cops tried to kill me and where I almost got arrested for trying to shoot a cop. I don't know what they call that. attempted murder on a cop, or 187. I don't know whatever they call that. But I didn't try to shoot no cop. Facts. Wow. That story made me emotional because it's true. So when I tell these stories, I visit that place. And that got heavy because it was real, guys. My life was over. You do not want to live this life. As I say before, get a job, get a girl, have children. If Babylon stays functional, don't have no children now because they trying to kill kids. But if Babylon continues, if this world continues, try to get the white picket fence. Try to learn who the Most High is. Try to live righteously. He has laws that will govern your life, and he will protect you like he do me. He'll save your life. You don't want to live this life, young guys and young girls and these older knuckleheads. Become a productive citizen. Give Caesar what's Caesar's. See, we in Caesar land. Give Pharaoh what's Pharaoh's. I mean, honor his laws as long as it don't go against the laws of the Most High. But just live a good life, guys. Have freedom. Eat food. You don't want nobody telling you when you could use the bathroom, when you could walk, or when you're locking you up, having to strip search you every time you go to visit somebody and looking up your butthole. They're telling you to bend over and squat your cheeks, and they look in your butt. That's gay. That's not. Sorry for the gay people. That's nasty. They got these sensitive things. That is nasty. It's disgusting. You don't know, man, look in your butt. Crack. Lift your balls up and get a job. Get a good woman, marry a woman, and live life and try to help someone else. For me, now I'm Uncle Yahshua. This is a story to you. True story. Uncle Yahshua, 25 to Life Tales, another one down. Keep it functional. Let's go. Until we meet again. Love y'all. Let's go. This is 25 to Life with Uncle Yahshua. You wanna know why they call me Lucky Luce? They call me Luce cause I like to tuck that Tucci. All the time on the grind, getting that Duce. This is a little story on 25 to Life with Uncle Yahshua. Like and subscribe for more incredible stories every week.
Police are on the scene of a triple homicide on Long Island. It happened overnight at a home in Hempstead.
I'm from Hempstead, Parkside, the ghetto, the dog side, strong, the wrong, I think I'm supposed to run.